Rise and shine. Got a little morning marijuana motivation time. Let's head to the river. It's time for some transformation. This morning's motivation was Transformers more than meets the eye. I knew you'd like that. Yes, you would. Who doesn't like to transform, bro? I think it's just such a slow process to transform. I was thinking like weight loss or anything, quitting a habit, creating a new pattern. It takes 265 days, damn near a year, to can say that you are officially addicted to something else than what you're currently addicted to. So, this is the morning motivation. I'm Saints Addiction, and let's go, bro. Let's transform. Let's be more than meets the eye. So, morning motivation on the trail. Trails go different ways and directions. You can choose your own direction. And when I chose my own direction, it still hasn't. This way? Let's go through. Yeah, let's go through the path. When I choose the direction, I'm sitting here in my head going like, wow, bro, I can't believe that I started a business. I can't believe that my business partner's headed my way. I can't believe, or I can believe, or I should believe, when it's such a slow process, when it's transformation, right? Let's get past these raspberries. When it's transformation, guess what? Can I walk ahead of you so I don't smell the cigarette? I appreciate you. Yeah.
Just
I'm
gonna
a,
be yelling directions now then.
okay, just yell directions then. The transformation was clear, but it was so slow. And I'd like to think that when I was first starting this business, that after I won or accomplished or crossed a certain finish line, that I would be like so celebratory, kind of like somebody that won a lottery or something to that effect, right? And I would just be like, "Yeah, I'm a millionaire!" All of a sudden, everybody's celebrating, and fuck yeah! You want to go through that one, or
Yeah,
okay?
they understand.
And it's not like that. Oh shit! God damn! It's not like that. It's more of
Right.
millions of years of evolution. When we were watching Our Planet with Morgan Freeman on the Netflix, you're talking it's throwing millions of years around. It's throwing 20,000 years around. I mean, it wasn't last long ago that we had our last ice age and it transformed the Grand Canyon. You know what I mean? We're talking like
Right.
big sheets of ice. I appreciate it. Big sheets of ice for icebergs and in the Arctic and all this amount of snowflakes gathered, billions and billions and billions more than the stars, carved what we now consider, the Great Sands, Sierra Nevadas, where I grew up. And they show all of this. When we were at the dry lakes, they show all of these different setups, and they're like, all of this was underwater 400 million years ago. And you only got about 40 years to really shape your life. You don't have 400 million years. You have a finite life. And in that life, in that lifespan, in that lifetime, you have to carve out the character that's you more than meets the eye. And that was the tough part, but it's also the most reflective part was I can't believe, but I had to believe. We talked about blind faith yesterday, but yeah, dude, the blind faith of it is that we can still be different. Like the blind faith of it is like what tectonic shifts can occur inside you and move you around to be a better person than you are right now. And that was just it. It's like a slow drip, a little Japanese drip from my buddy Kube. Just a drip of, I'm gonna add a little bit of it every day, brick by brick, becomes a wall. Watching Romans make roads. It's like all roads lead to Rome, and all roads, especially empty paths, right? Where we go to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all roads are carved, right? They had to be cleared and made with drainage and all this process. Like basically every Roman soldier was an engineer in his own right. You see it? Like all these needles. Would you call it Posca? Would you call this
What?
the needles on the ground, or is all Posca?
Podzol.
Podzol. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's an English word. By the way.
Is it really
Yeah.
Podzol?
Yeah.
Going to the right,
No.
left.
Left.
All right, we're going to the river and smoking a joint. But the transformation that it takes to achieve certain decisions that you made, I think a lot of people, they just don't hang around long enough in the pocket to hit the ball. You know, they get afraid or they flinch or they leave the game, and then they wonder why the game never changed. And it's like, well, shit, would you do differently? And the odds are is you probably didn't do much. You just let the days go by and wear you down, right? Where you like the walls of the caves of the Grand Canyon. It just started curving those walls and taking all that limestone and sand and concrete and just wearing it down. And I feel like that's what it is. It's like in our lives, we have one choice, and the choice is to either let it wear us down or let it shape us. And that's a big transformation. And that's more than meets the eye, because a lot of us, we're just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm signaling, I'm virtue signaling, I believe in this, this is what I do, this is my exterior. Like I was telling him earlier, like my old self, I had all the colognes, watches, and cool clothes. And I was like, who am I? You know, after traveling the world for 2 years, I'm like, who am I trying to impress? And the truth is I was just trying to compete with other people instead of compete with myself. And that's a transformation. If you're going to hit by another bike here, we'll get some traffic from last time. Last time we came, we almost got hit. So, you know,
So
this is it.
Hoping for no cars this time.
No cars, no whammies. Nobody, no mammies. No, ma'am. We're going to just keep it pushing straight to the river. And there's the dude standing there again. Is that a trash can, or is there just always somebody right there?
That seems to be a lady with a baby or something.
Every time. Last time my almost got hit here. So to transform is such a slow process that you need to see the other side of the process to be able to believe it. Like, again, the blind faith.
You want to keep leading?
Sure, where you got, left or right?
Right.
Let's go right. We're going straight to the river. It's going to be beautiful, guys. And we're going to get stoned on the stones. That seems to be the way. Stoned on the stones, baby. That's so beautiful. But the transformation is even more beautiful, you know, watching yourself change something about yourself that you didn't even think was possible. That's some blind faith. You know, that's the secret magic herbs and recipes, is like even right now, just to get up in the mornings and to start my mornings outside doing the morning motivation has changed my life. You know, doing something differently every day has changed my life. Positive affirmations and subconscious programming has changed my life. Most people would be like, nah, man, you're supposed to listen to this 8-hour YouTube, and in the morning you're supposed to be rich. And I know a lot of people want to be that way, but I would say that my richness comes from me. Like Bob Marley, you know, what does rich mean? You mean like value of life? You know, like he was talking about, like, what do you really consider rich? You know, do you consider it just a number in a bank account, or how many family members you have, or how many people you love in your life or alive? Then you're really rich. A lot of us count rich like in a bank, but if you count rich in a hospital, it's a different kind of rich. Then it's like, oh, I can breathe with my own lungs, and I'm not having somebody cut into me, and I don't feel fatigue from cancer. And I'm losing a friend right now to cancer, stage 4 cancer, and I'm sure she wishes she was on this trail with me smoking some weed. I promise you that. And that's what it is, just the transformation of our energy. And most of us, we just don't want to believe enough to watch that transformation take place. We don't hold into the pocket or in our minds or in our souls long enough for it to actually take form. And then it becomes a fucking full-on tree. You know what I mean? Like, all these little sprouts are showing you growth as we're walking through the forest of constant pressure, constant shaping, all the different branches, all the different limbs, and everything that you see above you right now has been transformed. That little guy is that big guy, but we only see the final product, right? They look at 40 years of hard work and call it an overnight success, but it's not overnight. It's a slow going situation, such a slow boil that either you kill yourself because you didn't jump out of the hot water like a frog, or you cooked up your next greatest idea because you slow boiled and cooked it up and kept cooking till it became a meal. Most people are just want instant gratification. Go through the fast food. You feed me, I'll give you some of my. It's to the left, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the river. We're down by the river.
If you want to go sit down, then we'll say
Oh,
goodbye.
I got a spider web. Yep, that's real. Spiders, snakes. This is not from spiders, though. This is just all from the trees. Oh, look at this. Blowing trees, baby, blowing trees. And there she blows. And she blows good. Yeah, let's go find the sit spot so we can spark this thing, baby. But, nobody wants to put in the time into themselves. It's like, we'd rather put the time into someone else or a fast food or a job or a girlfriend, boyfriend, and go, you transform me. And the situation's going to find out that you need to change to keep the situation going. It's that simple. Most of us are afraid to change because we want to be comfortable. And then you got to break past your comfort zones so then you can get into another zone, which is like calm like this river, or quiet in my head, or believing in the transformation. It's not always easy. It's not always easy, Japanese lemon squeezy. That part is the patience. That part is what I was missing. I didn't have a lot of patience as a kid, bro. Like, I still don't have a lot of patience as an adult. But the truth is I kept believing, blind faith, that if I kept going, eventually I'll chop that bad boy. And this is amazing. Look at that thing go. This is the treasure. This is the treasure tree. In case you guys need to know, the booty's down in here.
Yeah. If I ever had one, like an actual pirate treasure, I'd definitely hide it there.
That's where the gold is,
That's where the loot is.
Yeah, so we gotta find the loot. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. Was this the spot from yesterday? Yeah, this is where we set the.
Yeah, that's where the phone.
Yeah, that's where the phone was, bro. So this is where we get 10 minutes of just pure lake sounds, river noise. And this is the fishing spot.
You can sit down on that.
Oh, so nice, bro. The water looks calmer than yesterday.
Yeah.
It is, right?
It is a bit.
A little bit?
It's not as windy as yesterday.
All right. But a river is a great example of transformation, man. The river is always a good spot. Let's bless up to transform our lives. It shows you what eventual pressure, eventual power. Thank you, bro. Just what it takes to make real transformation take place. You're looking at it. It's the consistency of every day. It's every raindrop participating. It's every single energy you got coming into the middle to carve out your spot in life. That's what's more than meets the eye. You only see the water glistening. You didn't see the rains above flowing. You didn't see the years of carving or the tectonic plates shoving big ass rocks right here. That's how much pressure it is. So we can put the pressure on ourselves, or we can let it shape us. And a lot of people are going to be like, I don't want any pressure. I don't want any change. I just want everything to be the same. And I got news for you, son. That's not going to happen. Everything goes through seasons. Everything goes through change. It's all part of the plan. And this is why I was like, I arrived without even knowing it. I start coming here every other year, and I'm hanging out with you like you're hanging out with me, like I live here. My friend's like, you don't live here? You could live here. Like, why don't you live here already? And I'm just like, man, I didn't even know that was an option.
I just know that you love the place.
I do love it, but I love you more. That's what it is. It's our relationship. You know, it's not like he gets to come to Vegas and hang out with me because he wants to. I'll send the private jet. You know what I mean, bro? Like, I can't snap my fingers and be on the other side of the world. So I had to create my own Four Seasons hotel inside myself, like I was telling him. And then I choose what place on the planet I want to be on the proper season. Summertime in Finland. I want to be here every Juhannus. Nothing beats it, bro. I don't give a fuck where you are right now on the planet. This is the best weather. I'm going to do that in Brazil. I'm going to do that in Thailand. And then I'll make it get in between somewhere in Vegas when it's not so fucking hot. How do you hear a lighter?
I was just about to ask if you're still lit.
I'm lit on the inside.
Yeah, you just hold on to that.
Got it. But that's what it is. I really almost have arrived. I got a bunch of models that want to wear my clothes. I'm going to put it on 100 different plus models around the world. I'm going to keep coming with my designs. I got new designs coming out. And I'm going to execute this in Intersect.ai. I told Bobby yesterday, I said, can you believe that I actually been able to keep up? Like, I need to believe too. Like, this was the dream, to be able to travel the world off of my own ideas. I don't know anybody that could cover for me. I don't know anybody that can get print done as fast as me. And with my own ideas, I've been able to have the income to live overseas. And it's just a blessing. It's my normalcy now, but that's what it is. It's transformation till you are uncomfortable, till it's normal. And that's what, like, Mike Tyson said that. He's like, doing the uncomfortable till it's comfortable. You know, you got to do these hard things so you can get to the peace. And it's not easy, but it's worth it. And that's what makes life, it's the struggle of life that makes life worth living. It's not that it's easy. Don't pray for an easy life. That's what your boy Bruce Lee said. You know, don't pray for an easy life. You need the challenges. It's going to transform you. And most people, they don't want to face a challenge. They want to avoid it at all costs. Public speaking, I don't want to do that. That'll be embarrassing. Or it could be intrepid. Oh, you know, and most of us, the task is in front of us. We just try to ignore it. We want to do things that we practice escapism and avoidance. And it's like, no, I'm here for it. You know, like we say out in Vegas, I'm here for it. We outside. And there's nothing better. I love my life. Anybody in this woods? Just my love for my life. And then I love my life. And then I just started to love it more. I stopped being depressed. I started getting in shape. I lost the weight. And then it's a transformation. And then all of a sudden I look in the mirror and I'm like, holy shit, there goes 30 pounds. You know, holy shit, there goes traveling the world. Holy shit, there goes Intersect.ai. And it's happening. It's really happening. So I'm going to add some AI income to my print business. I'm going to add some models to my designs. And I'm going to go. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to keep going. And that's my transformation. Like Kane, Kung Fu, The Legend Continues. Did you ever watch that as a kid? With Michael, was it Michael Caine? That's not Michael Caine. It's Caine. His last name's Caine. He would go from, it was an old Western. And I talked to this guy, and he would come up and he would press his hands up against a hot cauldron, and he burned tattoos into his forearms. You don't remember this? What the fuck's his name? And he would just go from city to city, just like every city was a new adventure and a new obstacle to overcome. And he'd go in with his staff bow and he would beat everybody up with Kung Fu and the Westerns. Oh, bro, you got to see this. Kung Fu, The Legend Continues, bro. This is your legend continuing. And it's weird because it's just like been such a slow drip that it wasn't a big splash. I was just like, man, this is slow drip. This is smooth, but it's still carving. It's still moving. And I was just like, wow, this is transformation. And I do like to let it sink in that I made it past South Korean prison, and I made it past homelessness, and I made it past poverty, and all these things that I thought were totally insurmountable, which most of us do. It was possible. And that's what I wanted to say. I'm possible instead of impossible. I'm transforming instead of forcing. I'm changing instead of resisting. And in that, inside of me, I developed myself. I developed my own logos. I developed my own brand. I developed myself. And that's what it is. I'm just arriving in this moment at 45 years old, pretty much the half point of my life, to say I did something with my life. I can go back into them and go, I was the guy that went to Machu Picchu. I am the guy that went to Machu Picchu. I am the guy that went to Angkor Wat. I'm the guy that walked the Great Wall of China, bro. Like, I'm pinching myself, but I'll forget. I'll rest on my laurels. I'll go in the past and start thinking about ex-girlfriends instead of ex-trips. I'll go inside the dark zones and realize I don't have good relationships with my parents or my siblings. And then I got great relationship with my friends around the world. People are like, how do you travel around the world? I'm like, I got friends, bro. How'd you meet them? Well, I started to go, and then I met more people, and now I got people that live around the world and participate with me from all over the world. You know what I mean? So it's one of these things where the expansion is in front of us. It's through the digging that we get through to it. So a lot of people, the opportunities under hard work, they don't want to put on the gloves, you know? They don't want to put on the drip. They don't want to have that Japanese drip and fucking just start showing themselves that this is possible. I'm possible. The thoughts that I have are possible. The dreams are possible. And I'm possible. And that's the biggest thing that's ever transformed me. I can't say it's a one certain thing. It's like, oh, I cured my depression because I went for morning walks. But it's part of the drip. Or I cured my poverty, but I kept going and still believing in my business. Or everything is possible because I had a vision for it. That's the dream. It's not to sleep it, it's to live it. And most of us ain't trying to do that. We want to stay in la la land and Netflix worlds and video games and whatever escapism we all have, right? We use forms of escapism, and I just wanted to live my life and it be real. It was real when it was in South Korean prison. It's real right now on the Finland River. And my ideas aren't ideas anymore. They're real logos. You know what I mean? It's really happened. And I gotta reflect on that. Reflecting on my transformation. And a lot of people are like, I'm trying to be my best self or the best version of myself. You know, I just wanted me to see the possibility and the eventuality of what I was planning. You know, I made the biggest dream of my life was to travel the world with my own business, my own income, and be able to have a place around the world. That's still part of the vision. We talked about it this morning. He's like, where are the places? And he's like, what's the other place? So you got Vegas, Finland, Thailand.
Vegas, Thailand, and Finland.
Yeah, so
Immediate. I couldn't figure out Brazil, but
yeah, Brazil's part of it too.
obvious.
No, but it's just,
You spent time there.
yeah, but I mean, you already got my top 3 without even asking. So, you know what I mean? By the time I squeeze in the summer of Finland, and then it starts getting cold again, it's about time I shuffle over to Thailand, and then Thailand wants to get rainy. So it's about time I shuffle back over to Vegas. Vegas wants to get hot. Brazil looks good right about then in June. And it's just like that. I'm trying to catch all the best places around the world with the best weather. It was my idea. And it was also my idea to have a full work schedule. Full 24 hours is 3 shifts of 8 hours. So we have 3 different partners in Intersect.ai. So when I'm sleeping, they're working. And things are always getting accomplished. Even while I slept last night, the logo got done. No one knows because I was asleep. But when I woke up, one of my team members was like, hey, guess what? I remade the logo, and it was just like, I love this. You know, it's like elves, you know, elves, magic elves making all the shoes and constant work. I don't mean to be a slave driver like Santa Claus, but, you know, making these poor elves work their asses off, making children's labor make toys. No, nobody, you know. I want to make my ideas work for me. I want my anxiety to do push-ups. I want my fears to be hopes. And that's what it was. It's just a slow transformation, but it was such a process that I'm so grateful, because I distinctly remember being depressed and going, I just want to release from this tension. You know, I don't want to feel this way. And instead of going to alcohol to change my brain, or instead of going into binge eating, which I love to do, gluttony is one of my favorite forms of swallowing. He's smiling, he gets it too, right? Like, I love eating my emotions, you know what I mean? Like, that'll take care of it. Your food is great, food is great, food is great, but food's one of my favorite addictions. It's like food and sex and weed right in the row, you know what I mean? Food, sex, and weed, and then all of a sudden you got Saint's addiction. That was me. I was on a mission to not only reach, preach, and teach to other people, but to take this really big thing that after I was traveled the world, that I would travel the world more, and that I would land into the city, and I would be wearing my clothes, and I would be landing the deal, and then I would spend as much time, if not double that time, on the meeting, on the lunch. And that's what it was. Spend the rest of the day touring the city, going to museums, going on river walks with my friends, just absorbing the energy. And that's all I can say is I'm enjoying the passing of time now instead of dreading it. I'm looking forward to things instead of regretting it. I'm feeling alive instead of in depression. So what's the opposite of depression? Sunlight. You know what I mean? It just feels so good, bro. And I need this kind of shit, not this shit, this kind of shine to get over that kind of shit. And that's what it is. I'm so grateful. Get my Saint shades on. What a blessing. But I don't know. What do you think, Bobby? Have I arrived yet? You've known me long enough when this was just like a fart of a dream. I'm not a super successful. I'm getting closer. I'm getting this much closer to being Instagram famous, a YouTuber that people know about. My brand is definitely worldwide because I made it such, but it'd be nice for people to buy in every country. You know what I mean? I haven't done that yet. You know, I got to get the sales. It's kind of what we all need to see. They're like, are you a millionaire yet? Well, you didn't make it. But I did make it. I'm right here by the river now. And I smoked weed the whole way like I said I would. And I closed my deals. And I've almost made quadruple the amount of money that I made when I was gone for the year. That first year that I left when I had no money and I was on a suicide run, and I'm here for it. It's here for me. And I'm going to let it transform me. The river noise, the sunshine, the birds chirping, even the leaves. It's transforming me. So, yeah. Oh shit, I saw a fish. Get outside. Get away from your phone. Get off the fucking computer. Leave your laptop. Boldly go. Let your dreams flow. Don't let nothing stop you, including yourself. And make it happen, Captain. Because that's what true transformation's about. It's not a religion. It's not a cult. It's not an infomercial. It's literally doing the inside work till it works on the outside. Standing in the sunshine and believing. And that's how I transform my life. So I try to explain some difficult subjects every day. But I'm going to go relax for the rest of my day. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope you take these words to heart. All my heart from the start. It's your boy Marky Saint. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of your fears, the other side of your excuses, the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Peace. Have a blessed day.